Yeah. Pandora and Star Tours and all that stuff. That's great. All we care about is that Epcot is saved. We think, maybe. I hope. We'll see. So last weekend was D23's Destination D event, a great event where we got a ton of news. The big pieces were the new Magic Bands, which you could check out in the video I did earlier this week. However, we also got a bunch of little park news that I wanted to throw together into one video. I'm going to go over each one of them. It's going to be real quick because in Disney fashion, none of these are hard details. They're just sort of general confirmations. So first off, you have Avatar Land, also known as Pandora, the Avatar experience or story or whatever it's called. That has been confirmed to be opening in summer of 2017. When? I don't know. That could be June or July or August, or maybe they'll soft open in May. There are no details on that yet. All we know is summer 2017, we're going to get to go and enjoy Pandora in Animal Kingdom. And hopefully it will go from being a half-day park to being a full-day park. We'll see. One thing I did hear, and this got me really excited, was apparently the ride in Avatar that will be opening along with it in 2017 is supposedly on par with, technologically, the new Pirates of the Caribbean in Shanghai Disney, which, if you haven't seen a ride-through of, is incredible. So that has me really excited for trying out this new ride. Has me not so excited about having to rush to get fast passes for it. I mean, if Frozen had bad lines, just wait for this one. On top of that, we also got news about Star Tours. And this one, I don't think there were a lot of rumors circulating about it, but it's something that seemed like a no-brainer for people. And that is, when Episode 8 comes out, or maybe leading up to Episode 8, they're going to work in additional Star Tours scenes about Episode 8, similar to what they did with The Force Awakens last year. Now, this seems like a no-brainer, right? You've got a simulator ride. It doesn't take too much to throw together a new scene. They own ILM, you know. All they have to do is reprogram the simulator part. I could see them doing it every other year with the major entries into Star Wars. There was no news about them doing something for Rogue One, so, you know, maybe we'll see it in the every other year category. I'd imagine we'd see it again for Episode 9. So that's going to be cool. And again, no hard details on when that'll be introduced or what it's about, just Episode 8 scenes in Star Tours. And then the final piece of news, which is the most nebulous of all of the news pieces, yet the most exciting for me personally, is that Bob Chapek confirmed that they are going to be doing a major rehaul to Epcot in the future. We don't know when in the future. My guess would be sometime after they finish Star Wars Land and Toy Story Land, so that there isn't, you know, too much closed all at once. And we don't have any details on how it's going to be refurbed, what they're going to be changing. All they've said is that they want to keep it, you know, quote, Disney and imaginative, and they want to keep to the original spirit and idea of Epcot, which is, I think, the most exciting part, because you know, there was a lot of rumors going around about including Guardians of the Galaxy into Future World, into including Inside Out into Future World, and all these Disney properties. And a lot of people were upset at the idea that, you know, Future World was not going to be about Future World anymore. It was going to be just like another extension of, you know, any other park, like the Magic Kingdom, just more Disney properties. And for all we know, that might end up still happening. You know, you got to remember, Epcot as a whole is just a giant compromise from Walt's original vision, and they've sort of twisted it to say that, well, it's the spirit of Epcot because it has all of these technologies and thoughts that, you know, Epcot, the city, was going to have, and now it's in the park. So I can totally see them still doing like an Inside Out ride or a Guardians ride and say, well, it still has the spirit of Future World because it's about energy or this or that. So I'm not holding my breath in terms of it being like very different from what we're expecting. I think a lot of people just went right to like, bring back Horizons, or, you know, Horizons 2.0. And I don't think you're going to see stuff like that. I still think you're going to see a lot of tie-ins with Disney properties. But I'm excited to know that they are going to be doing something with Future World, because as it stands now, it is getting old very, very fast. Oh, we've got bonus news coming in. It's news I totally forgot to put on the list before I started recording, and that is news on not something that we're going to be getting at the parks, but something we're not going to be getting at the parks. Disney confirmed that the Tower of Terror in Disney's Hollywood Studios will not be getting a Guardians of the Galaxy refurb. There's no plans for it. Now, this is great news for a lot of people who are not too happy with the idea of it happening in California. However, I would like to put a warning out there, which is just because they're confirming that it's not happening now doesn't mean it's not going to happen in the future or that it's not going to change to something else. Again, they confirmed that it's not going to be getting a Guardians retheme. That doesn't mean it's not going to be getting a retheme in general. And then we also have to consider that they're working on Star Wars Land in Hollywood Studios right now, as well as Toy Story Land. So yeah, it would be a pretty bonehead move for them to close the Tower of Terror while all these other things are closed. So personally, I suspect it is going to get a retheme, but I think that's going to be like 3, 4, maybe even 5 years from now. I think that's something that they're going to tackle after these 2 new lands open. And yeah, it might not be Guardians of the Galaxy's themed, but it could be completely different. I still think that underlying reasoning behind the reason to do it in California, which is that Disney does not own the Twilight Zone, and so they have to pay for rights for that, still exists. And as long as they have the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, they're going to have to keep paying money for a property they don't own when they own so many other properties that are still great and that could work in a ride mechanic like that. So, you know, personally speaking, I still think it's going to happen. I just think we've got some time. You've got a couple of years to enjoy this ride, but I don't know. In a couple of years, we might find out I'm totally wrong. Anyway, let me know what you think of all this news. There's a lot of great park news coming out of this event, and I'm sure some people are going to be excited for some news over others. Personally, I'm excited about the Epcot news. The Pandora stuff is really nice. The Star Tours stuff is really nice, but we knew that was coming anyway. Let me know in the comments below. You can also let me know on Twitter. I'm at RobPlays. If you want to see more Disney videos like this, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. I do 3 videos a week. I want to thank you all for watching. Whatever you're doing this week, make the most of it because it makes it that much better, and I'll see you all next time.